Hello, oral skills. It's Ms. Cary, and today we're going to talk about inversions. So, what are inversions? If you think about inversions in other aspects of life, something that's inverted, that means it's turned upside down or it's turned inside out. Inversions in yoga means your feet are above your head. Standing on your head is an inversion. So, in music theory, inversions can be intervals, can be inverted, and also chords can be inverted. So this module talks about chord inversions. So let's just look at chord inversions. And I think you'll be able to understand what interval inversions are. But since that's not part of our module, we're going to stick to the chords. So let's take our triad. And for our purposes here, it doesn't matter whether our triad is major, minor, diminished, any of that. We're just going to look at a stack of thirds, some kind of thirds. So on the stack of thirds will either all be on spaces right next to each other or all be on lines. So we'll either have this somewhere in these spaces or lines. Now, within a triad, their positions have names, regardless of what key or anything like that. So it's root, fifth, and third. Root, fifth, and third. So the fifth is always going to be, well, unless otherwise noted, the fifth is usually perfect. The third is going to be, the first thing you'll look for, is it major or minor? The third determines the quality of the triad, whether it's major or minor. So these triads are in root position. That means they're as close to each other in pitch as they can get. They're close. So this is root position. And the sound of that, I'm not sure if my pitches are right, but the sound will be like 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. Okay? Both of those will sound like that. They'll just one of them will be higher than the others. So an inversion is when you take a different note than the root and put it on the bottom. So all three notes have to sound. So you'll have to put the root somewhere else. So let's see. So when you put the third on the bottom, that means first inversion. That's your first option. So root position is not an inversion. It's a position, root position. But when you put a different note on the bottom, it becomes an inversion. So first inversion means this is no longer on the bottom. Now what was that? That was an F. And this is going to be on the bottom. So we have to put the F on the top. So that'll be up here. First inversion. Now, we've broken up the fifth. What we've done is we've inverted the fifth. And an inverted fifth is a fourth. So in first inversion, you have a third on the bottom. It's the top of the root triad. And then because you've put the root on the top, you have a fourth on the top. So first inversion looks like this. Close on the bottom, big on the top. First inversion. All right, so let's take this one and put it in the second inversion. So we need to put both of these on the top. We need to invert both of those lower ones and put it on the top. So the B is going to get high, but that's all right. The B will be up here. So it'll have that fourth. So we'll take the B up there. That's the root. And we want the fifth on the bottom. So we're also going to take the D up there. So really we take that first little third and put it up on the top. And then this will be the third of the chord. And we've got the fifth on the bottom. And so that one will sound, you'll hear the inverted fifth, which is a fourth on the bottom and a third on the top. So now we've got a fourth, perfect fourth, and then the third on the top. Here we've got the third on the bottom and the fourth on the top. Perfect fourth. So, second inversion has the space on the bottom and the third on the top. We put the top position in the lowest spot. We've inverted it twice. It's the second inversion. And this one, taking the bottom note, put it on the top. Now, this also changed the relationship. We had a nice little third here. So an inverted third, do you know what inverted third would be? A sixth. So from here all the way down to here is a sixth. From here all the way down to here, let's see, F to D is a sixth. Good. I'm glad. I was like making sure. So, for some reason, I'm sure it's a lot to think about. Inversions can really throw people off. So if you're feeling that way, take a deep breath and you will get the hang of it. All right? So, let's go over to the piano and listen to how the inversions sound in our ears.